The idea that you could come off the top of the dome, or the top of a horn, or the top of a piano is seen in jazz and hip hop as way more valuable than somebody who can read music or somebody who can memorize some words. So both of those art forms privilege that. Another thing that makes them common and in common is that they were both precipitated by dance. So, like the post-Big Band era, we talk about swing dance, that's what started jazz. As just like in the hip-hop tradition, b-boys really started. The first element was really dancing, and then the visual art element. Arguably, people argue that the visual art element happened first, but dancing and the visual art happened first. The MCs didn't come until much later, which is ironic, because most of the stuff you hear on the radio is a lot of MCs and a little bit of hip-hop. So it's a little different. They actually used to work in tandem with each other, all five elements. So that's another similarity. And then I think the other big similarity is that they're both the only, not the only, that's wrong. And I don't want you guys to come up to me at a bar later and be like, you lied. So they're two of the only fully American imports, or exports, excuse me, of music. Jazz is often called the classical music of America, because though it has lots of African roots, lots of island roots, and lots of European roots, it was all put together in a gumbo in Louisiana and kind of created here. And then similarly with hip-hop, though a lot of people who claim hip-hop now, hip-hop is going worldwide, it definitely started in America, and we like to think that we still do it better, like the DOC said. So what this Jazzbah show is designed to be, is designed to show everybody in the audience that they're not so far apart. And we hope to do that this evening. You get to see a lot about our influences in the show, and a lot of our influences come from jazz and the jazz era, just like Tribe Called Quest and some of the things that you are hearing right now. So I'm going to stop talking, and we're going to get into the poetry.
I'm the hype man.
He's the brave to my Chuck D.
I just am missing the clock. I forgot it.
They got Terminator X back here.
How y'all doing? Are we good at the bar? How's the bar doing? Come on, bar. Don't act like you ain't here. Make some noise, bar.
You could do better than that bar. You can do better than that bar. If you have a drink in your hand, make some noise. That's what I'm talking about.
Noise makes me comfortable. You'll learn that.
He sleeps with the television on.
We reminisce amidst the soundtrack of records such ever so lightly and spun back for playback. As the DJ brings it back one time, all of a sudden it's a party! Like 1999, at parties with the right turntable artists, we are subject to having to finish what we started, and we're reminded of those that came before us. So simply give us one more chance to make today a good day, as we slip words into your ear canals like easy does it. Storytellers of cross narration from the cross-fading syncopation of 10 digits and a mission. Pawn shop paradises and days spent digging. Listen, if you ain't before considered the wheels of steel to be an instrument, right now seems like the perfect opportunity to rewrite your definition. This is an all without rules. Traditions get broken and born out of necessity. Some borrows get bitten, other borrowers get sampled. In this culture, nothing's your own. Broken down to the bone bristle. Never let go of connective tissues. Hip hop's dead but not buried. Hip hop's dead but not buried. Resume the skeleton. We connected like Legos. We just reconnected like Legos. Build our own castles to build our own castles. Hip hop. It's temple hip hop. Inside we're like stained glass windows. Why? Because we're all different colors? Nah. Because we break every time this planet rock gets into us. Shamans about needing instruments. MacGyver spit wax and cardboard flats into a six-continent miracle. Turn breath, throat, tongue, and teeth, nose and cheek into a ritual. Kind of like gospel with less gods but more spiritual. Kind of like jazz
acapella, alyrical. Classical like Jigga what?
Jigga who? Nah, man, like Houdini, Sugar Hill, and Easy.
The real Roxanne Shante, Last Poets, and Fab Five Freezy.
R&B like Philadelphia Freeways, Bone Thugs, and Lyrics Born.
Indie like Eminem, Black Delicious, and Talib Kweli.
Pop like Ja Rule and 50. Gangsta like committed consumers who run special ops on record shots when every album drops Tuesday.
Cause we can't get enough of this funk. We leave fingerprints on LPs,
EPs, and boom boxes.
always singing outside of them, where the grass is always greener. We stay most fresh, ill to death, cause otherwise,
This world ain't make no sense. That's why we always throw in our own tune.
to deal with this real world, hip-hop has made our own. Where ironically, the only punishable offense is being phony. So you don't know me.
And never did.
And if you don't know,
Here it is. I slave on where I'm a slave to. And the DJ has the whip. And every time he plugs it in, I dance, boy. And I never dance alone.
thank you, Josh. That's Josh, y'all.
They're loud, y'all.
Sound man.
Come on. If I rule the world, I'll free all my sons. Back down these birds. If I rule the world, if I rule the world, I'd shut all folk-like politicians with the heat from the beats of DJs and peace release these heat waves.
Mr. America, fake smiles.
And this America's real lives will save us from the unintentional tension that creates a hate crime. And hate crimes we do. Modern day minorities hate the hate crime, but at the same time hate the fact that if it ain't a hate crime, eyes of justice turn to the hated. Let me restate it.
Like, what he's saying is, plainly stated, in every history book with their withholding information and whitewash framing, me and my kind, all the hated. You only love us when we're entertaining. So we open mouths to expose souls. Modern day minstrels playing the sold out shows. Spitting these poems of sold out souls. My fucking brother is on a roll.
And this time, we can't be put on hold.
Please hold. All our lines are tied up. Stay on the line. Stay on the line. Stay on the line.
Cause we're like customer service serving you, line for line and word for word, you like
Prophetic preachers and 3-minute ministers.
See, y'all brothers and sisters, our words get twisted and sinister, cause we're on motherfucking roll like rock, like pop, and pop into the... So the hip hop, the hip hop, you don't stop, the rockin' to the back.
Sweat shops in the single bound.
the boogie
Lockdown Nike and Walmart corporate headquarters, bordering borders, buildings downtown. Bordering borders, I now.
Not Nikes and Walmart past warlord death supporters.
Boarding up barriers so the freed up memory in this mind state
Allows us to vibrate at phenomenal levels.
Spirit elevation, the advent of teleportation.
Keep me up, Scotty!
Bring us from this headspace to a better place.
Like mental verbal mind melding. Yes, the massive parts for people from Latino to Negro, from knee-high to a million fist deep. Raise them rather than throw them, for we've already begun to tell now. Show them
Where the pre-existing fractures are.
from history book misprints,
Connect to new imprints.
or beaten by the way our skin tints, or better shades of reality. Hi!
My name is
Slim, 6'3", high blood pressure from the pressure of being the blood. Triple for being poverty-stricken. Most of us already in prison, but don't worry,
I'm on my way. Drunkenly locked in brown-eyed.
Suspect is a black male, 6'11", Subject is armed and dangerous.
and I'm suspect, susceptible to ghetto tales in which we rebel yell.
Moving forward through corrective lenses, not back to see what happened like forensics. Really looking forward,
Not like clairvoyant pretend.
follow me now. Call for eyes for looking through black and white lenses because we can't see colors.
But time is
A rebel music! How you doing, Jazzbah? Really what you're witnessing is about 5 or 6 years in the making. Urban Verbs has been touring, kind of, sort of, not so much, but a little bit, around the country. We've been in New York, we've been in New Mexico and a few different places, and a couple places right out of the area of New Mexico. So this show is a remix of sorts, especially for you. Here's this piece. I'm winding down the slow groove bass lines wound up from the pound of chest flesh heartbeats. I want to turn tables and scratch out whatever it is that's got me. Like Badu spitting wet grooves atop the roots, I'm stuck. Like a DJ caught the groove. Don't bump the table. Don't bump the table. Let me stay here for a second. Match my heartbeat to the pace and patch a broken record. What's the BPM? Turn my headphones up, pass me a mic, hand me a pen. Pass me the heart of that 8-year-old boy I was then, and allows me to squeeze out an expression of what this means to him. You see then? I wanted this, but didn't want the bad days. Chased away by cigarettes and a passionate lay, then back to boarding passes and carry on bags to catch a plane. I wanna be starved, consumed by a sky more like a hot, flickering flame. Better used to smoke some hopes, torn between life and the desire to see my name in quotes, unquote, parentheses, on the path to get here I never knew it meant I'd be, always on the road. Mile markers and gate numbers reminding me I'm always far from home. Close parentheses, period, back to the poem. A declaration of aspirations to see a billboard dedication my name in bulbs. Sometimes though, I wonder if I get to change or really just play with poems. Synonymous to sandboxes and blocks. To scribble crayon nonsense and osh-tosh, but gosh, my gosh. Where's the answer? Lost in the desolate playgrounds of an 8-year-old mind. Dangling from monkey bars, skipping rungs to catch a 27-year-old attention span like, look what I can do. 19 years later, it's still, look what I can do. And I've begun to think to myself, childish? Maybe. Determined? Crazy. So either way, I'm flipping on bars, resigned to work and not be lazy. Shifting views of old hobby into new career, trying to get this poetry thing here to pay me. For the doubters, naysayers, and bad-mouthers, the answer is easy. Sometimes when you're dreaming, you gotta bank on maybes. So maybe this ain't written for you. And perhaps it's not written for me. Perhaps the title of this poem should be Written for Dreams. This is for every child's mind that at bedtime splits the sky and it sings because there's got to be more out there than this. This is for every dingy poem and pair of legs that stride the track of Route 66. I pen one-act plays and scribble exquisite scripts so y'all can categorize my work. It's genuine shit. In fact, call me religion, because in essence, I genuflect when I spit. Hail Mary's remixes I fool with pace. Like wings to a night music, and watch me fall from grace. But witness resurrection every time I hit the stage. Immaculate conceptions every time my pen hits the page. So it's for this that I give thanks. Because you see now, I want this. Anticipated it for years like a 5th grader's first kiss. So I'll take the bad days. Pen my life into poetry and chase away the shit because it's behind the mic and on the stage when I feel most comfortable. On nights like this, winding down the slowing bass lines and slowing heartbeats, figuring out it's this poetry thing that's got me. Committed to random acts of language. A once-like traveler now toting extra baggage. A boarding pass with multiple destinations, but already a star don't give a damn how you charge your constellations. Bleeding scripture into these ink block incantations because anything else would be ignoring that 8-year-old, or pretending I don't like to act like a 5th grader. I can't ignore poetry or the affliction of needing to write, so these and others I'll give you aren't really just poems. I'll give you my life.
Yeah, Carlos Contreras, give him some love, please. So none of this is even possible without this guy behind me. The guy that makes everything go on the music tip. This is Colin Valdez. I mean, the dude he literally offered up his house, like I used to live with him. And then, but like whenever we have to rehearse, whenever we have to do anything urban verbs related, Colin is really holding us down, which typically the person who handles the music and the visuals that you got to see earlier, that's what they do. They keep everything together, because me and this dude ain't got no sense. So that's how it works. So this is a track that we have off of Colin's album. It's a compilation album that he did called Mood Static. Zach Freeman, who was here earlier, did the cover art for it, because Zach's a visual artist as well. Oh, look at him. He's a good salesman too. So he says, hold this up. So this is the CD, Take a Number, or Mood Static, Take a Number is the track we're going to do off it. But he has a lot of fantastic musicians on here. He has Zach Freeman on here. He has Jungle One, who you heard earlier, who's a visual artist and MC. He has Melina Soleil, Solar One, who just released the album. Zion, she's awesome. John Dispatch from Silver City, Esme Von Drager, Nick Fury. So there's lots of people on it. It's a good time. But Colin produced every track on here, and it's kind of the mastermind behind it. So here's a sample. If you like this song, go buy it. If you don't like this song, don't buy it. You know what I'm saying? How you ever gon' get this bread? About 100 square feet, so he sleeps in my bed. I bless the boy, he held fees, so he needs to be fed. People are like, how you make meals out of poetry gigs? Say it's one part vision and one part ambition. Living off your dreams can be very nutritious. He gon' be a soldier cause his daddy's on a mission to rock it. He's the only star in me solar system. How you ever gon' graduate in pop? Well, you a half-time student and a lifetime father. How you gonna go on tour, man? Don't even bother. You better off giving custody to baby mamas when I stop him. Out of my affairs, my baby got a second mama and it's called my career. You gon' grow up to be a monster and destroy your fears. And let me know if I did right or wrong all of these years. How you ever gon' get that bread? How you ever gon' get that fed? How you gonna make money off what's on your mind? I'm like, damn, homie, people do it all of the time. How you ever gon' graduate in pop? How you gonna keep it real when the dreams don't stop? They tell you what they woulda, coulda, shoulda, did what they lied. Tell the haters to a number, please stand in line. How you ever gon'? I was born for this mission. Given the curse of spitting rapper / politician. Working for my people so there ain't no competition. How the hell you supposed to profit off the gift that God gives you when I got his permission to lose my religion? But naked on the track, baptized in the rhythm. They call it a lesson, a miracle and a blessing. I'm king of these juniors so they call me Dr. Reverend. Like Martin Luther sent me. The nuns want to repent me, saying I'm fast trying to let me. Then they call it blasphemy cause the Pope don't represent me. I speak to God directly. Ties, testimonies, and confessions on the record. Then they tell me I'm irreverent and unconventional. The leaders do the unpopular and not what they are told. I tell them thanks for their concern, apprehension, and bull. But I've never been popular or done what I was told. How you ever gon' get that bread? How you ever gon' get that fed? How you gon' make money off what's on your mind? I'm like, damn, homie, people do it all of the time. How you ever gon' graduate in pop? How you gonna keep it real when the dreams don't stop? Tell you what they woulda, coulda, shoulda, did what they lied. Tell the haters take a number, please stand in line. I got love for my offspring and occupation. Paid to bring people together with my little separation. Underrepresentation leads to verbal taxation. Patriot, bitch digging up the dirt of my nation. You could call it frustration or shovel-ready project. Building sand castles in the hood is not an option. Destruction of drugs, the only way to buy a condo. Destruction of us, the ultimatum is survival. And I do what I know is best for my child, yo. Off to work like hi-ho, me amo. Daddy won't work cause I'm a fight full of dollars to send you to college. Swear to God, your honor, don't know how to be a father. No handbook or Bible, but I still try to be perfect, be a model. They listen what you say far less than they watch you. If I want them to achieve, I better try damn hard too. Yes, thank you. Thank Thank you. I know. Like before, I had like my son's gonna be 4 on Monday, so clap for me keeping my child alive for 4 years, right? That's awesome, right? So it's gonna be 4 on Monday, and I don't know. It feels like I've had him forever, but that song is kind of about when people like say my parents ask me what I'm doing with my life, and I tell them I'm a poet, and they get clinically depressed, because they know they're gonna keep having to send their son money. Anyway, never mind that. It's not therapy time. It's time for some more work.
So I put prints in conspicuous locations at no cost. I brand my reality like Lauren, like Hill Figure, like Klein, but they charge me for it. I spend funds on community beautification projects. I spend my money, they don't spend anything in the project. Time, wisdom, optimism, vision.
Sacrifice real money for aerosol and markers. We meet like peers outside this rigid frame that has been blocked out for us. Throw up our names on trains that'll make it out of this cell block. That might travel to places we might not live to visit. But even the most cynic of bootstrap advocates, the most ignorant of institutional caste systems, who would tell us our gangster rap reality comes from our
exhibition and then you die thinking. Those who chastise us most for making art when they couldn't afford the class. Who forgot that they too were once kids with brown box crayons that had a magnetic crush for the walls. We're the ones who ran out of walls
and turn to our skin. Tattooed buildings and mirrorized flesh. Because we are our city. Property. Prime real estate. Underappraised and underdeveloped. No daisies grow here. We buy. Purchase cutters to instead put in police holsters so they can't spray their guns at us. We weren't meant to link the ink that paints our sidewalks.
Rather to match the walls we walk amongst. camouflage couriers of truth, planting seeds in a wingspan from fingertips to breastbone and watching ourselves blow beautiful. The repainted children of today. Life's a ball, so shit, I dress to impress. Like a lady just another masquerade. Masking nothing, my skin leaves me less afraid. When it's colored in each and every tone of the day. Redefinition often leads to reconsideration of what is gray. All touched up, but things really can't just be black and white. We are the children birthed by the confusion of wrong and right. The lines were expected to stay outside, the color inside, the black on white, and the white on right. We've taken our right to be ink dipped, and rewritten the cut and dryness of our skin into an ancient form of communication. An epidemic urge for ornamentation, to let our flesh speak beyond tone, to color ourselves fresh, beyond opposite ends of the spectrum. Beyond being defined as the absence of light. Beyond white being all colors shining at the same time. We alter our identity. Beyond recognition. Because we barely recognize the reality that's been envisioned for us. Alienated to the point where our shackled bodies line the bow of spaceships. So we permanently demarcate ourselves with artifacts to separate us from a human race marked for extinction. We dress our flesh with sunsets and heavens. Celestial bodies that'll just end up as stardust anyway. And they'll spare us. Because they can't see our black, white, brown, and red underneath these masterpieces. We don't fit their origin as species. Beyond the book bindings of their taxidermy. We blended into the man-made forest, committed into the walls constructed to rat race us. So in a higher form of life, a higher form of art comes to erase us, they'll save the ones who look like wall candy. Priceless bounty. Not the parasites. The roaches. The same roaches we paint out of our already damaged lot. We wanted picket fences and lawns, but we got lines. Fenced in and lawnmowers. So why should we try to look like what we're not? When we have no ambitions of wearing collars. Street dogs roam in packs and know one another without tags. Each a unique creation. We need to see our names larger than life. On structures that people deem more important than the people whose parents clean it. It's how we make ourselves unignorable, unforgettable, infamous, which is the only famous we'll ever be. But that mirror, that's my name that they'll always see. Low expectations have me put my name in high places, out of their reach, even when the police catch me. Because they told me I'd never own a building. So that building will own me.
That was a very short beer break.
Yes. How you doing? Come on now.
We don't take breaks.
No.
We have no workers' rights. We slave for you. That's what we do.
Breaks were so last year.
Child labor laws. I'm like 14. Drinking a beer.
Get this place closed down.
I'm not 14. Because anybody's here from the alcohol, tobacco, and firearms.
We're sorry.
I have an ID.
I'll take him home.
They looked at it.
Stop it now.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go. The type of prayers that have a unifying power among sinners
And saints. The same mantras, magic, and incantations,
whether spit by king, queen, or slave. On a spectrum from black to white and every shade of gray that covers the walls, we leap turnstiles and crawl water fences to spray paint. Scribble down the contents of our brains on dirty napkins and the inviting signs of subway trains just to stay safe. An essential part of the feng shui that forces both the dead and deaf silences to vacate and smooth the box booms with sound waves.
in the midst of a man-childless promised land. Adults who never had a chance to be kids can't wait to press play.
And let the music take place to saving grace.
A collection of speakers become a choir.
We get unwired and black out into unspoken tones that the need to breathe funk
And articulate amazing beats.
that never get tied like the tongues of our sneaks. They never get tired and stay fresh like our sneaks, cause we ain't got much.
But they did say the world would be inherited by the meek. sing loudly in his face,
and laugh a chorus of chaos, spit kickers with breastbone turning scarlet letter stamps. All wrists never cramp,
to the ball of grips, love, palm slaps, and daps.
the way we put together and genuflect
Our hands, we never get tired of writing raps. Mumbleifying oral traditions, because it's the only way we know how to preserve that.
which makes us visible.
To a society that's never heard anything we've said.
To a God who has supposedly counted every hair on our head. Here, I got a letter for everyone's shed. Spit lick, stick them all together in an effort to weave our collective consciousness out of our heads.
Into the present.
And to handhold the circles of prayer.
Where people listen to what
Other people have to say, because I can't quote the Bible.
but I don't mean.
I ain't know how to pray. I try to compose myself.
I try to compose myself.
Writing and running through life,
I compose myself.
a half-written man.
Steady grip with pen in hand,
Let's begin. Always scribing new lines.
Where old ones end in the sacred journal of poetry. Never felt quite comfortable reciting lines out of other texts.
So with shaky hands.
And a nervous heart. I sat down to pray and equated God with art. Ain't she beautiful? With something like poetry dressed messily in jazz and rock and roll. I sat down to pray with poetry and gave the page
My soul.
I just figured that wearing of the heart on the sleeve shit had gotten old.
So I decided to start a new trend. Always scribing new lines.
Where old ones end.
I meant to page and pen. I'll cross my heart and hope to die before publishers get words of my sins. Forgive me, Father, for I have spoken. I didn't mean to resuscitate and educating, but my breath did both to poetry.
She was choking. She was nearly drowned.
Cast amongst the shores, the seas we sail. God bless the Bourbon Street babies whose dreams we failed. Us poets send you wisps of airborne kisses every time we exhale. So this is how I'll pray for you. Send you rock and roll and jazz infused prayers and kisses to art, please save our children. Give them back their heart so that they may keep the beat. And America must realize that it may be through rap and art that we get back our streets. Our schools aren't quite adequately prepared enough with books,
So we shall give them beats.
they'll lack to something to tune their hearts to. And hopefully through these lessons we can teach the emission
Of a lesser, less aggressive frequency. Poetry wrapped in prayers of equality,
self-dependence,
and human decency. Poetry birthing present tense, playwrights, prophets, and pro-peace MCs, you see. I sat down to pray last night.
and this came out of me.
A half-written man.
Steady grip with pen in hand,
I had shaky hands.
and a nervous heart,
So I sat down to pray
and equated God
with art.
Amen.
We're not responsible for hearts running away with other black people. They just wait you out. Especially when it comes to me. We're telling them
Well, you don't notice. I do.
the process of being. It's when I won't say, when I see it all back to the eyes, that's it for our yards, we check those CDs. I remain exhausted. On the things possibility. The past is past and we have. Doing my dimensions, casting focus on the fact.
I think I was just worried.
All right, how y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Y'all still with us? We got a little bit more. We got like 3 more things, maybe 2, and then we're gonna let you guys check out the visuals that we created for this evening. Normally, when we do urban verbs, the duets, the things you heard us do together, are part of that theater piece that we normally do. You probably by the end you've probably seen about, I don't know, what would you say, 4 or 6 of the show. Yeah, 4 or 6 of the show. But it had visuals that accompany it. But we didn't do those tonight because then you'd be looking at us and you'd be looking behind you. But our guru back here, who's a wizard with all things technological, created these awesome visual soundscapes for you to enjoy the latter part of your evening to, and then we can be off the clock, so to speak. So we're going to hit y'all with our last little mini set here. And then we're going to release you guys to the wolves of the night, whatever you do after this. So this is a track that I did. I'm doing acapella for you guys because I'm gonna do it like that. But it's called BQMC. So how many of y'all have heard of a rapper? Probably never heard of him. His name's Diles. Never heard of him. Never heard of him, right? So anyway, he used to hang out with a guy. What's that guy's name? Was Death? Right? Yeah. So anyway, he calls himself BKMC because he's from Brooklyn. He's from Brooklyn. And people from Brooklyn are really proud. So every time you hear him in a rap song, they're like, Brooklyn! So I said, I'm proud of Albuquerque, so I'm going to say, Born Again! You know what I'm saying? That's my songs, right? You know what I'm saying? So I did BQMC. You can figure out that acronym. But the chorus goes like this, right? Don't let me mess it up, y'all. If talent from BK, we BQMC. Now we ain't from LA, but we stay OG. We don't rep no coast, ocean, or sea. Just the border that we putting on the map like a treaty. Italian from BK, we BQMC. We the bomb like, okay, Nick, Bay, Timmy. No justice, no peace. Yeah, you know who we be. From Borellas to the Fevela, yo, we ride for our peeps. That's the chorus, right? Verse goes like this. Board game for the brown, but the tourists call it Berkey. We rapping for the love and rap for beef like jerky. Spit like we thirsty. Why they on my car now? Hot like out of our league. It tastes buds hollering. We chicken enchilada good. From Bali to Tamalewood. New Mexico is Frito pie. Big game frolic food. March for a cause or two. Parades every time you look. Fiesta and bullshit. Battle like Polo revolts. Beat you like Canal Below. Laugh when I pronounce it wrong. Tequila and cerveza. Grandpa's got a thing for alcohol. Gambling and counting cards. Lucky even when we lose. Welcome to the desert, yo. This history's for you. Verse number 1. Chorus number 2. If Thailand from BK, we BQMC. We the first A-Town, ATL, no beef. Give us your future hip-hop and we just might see. Your forecast all the time, 365 sunny. If Thailand from BK, we BQMC. Where we rep the Southwest COAZ. We the birthright spitterman born to MC. Where the girls know how to eat and say the border jump me. Chorus number 2. Got a legacy of lyrics, legendary lip splitters. From the paper to practitioners, Poetic, Tony Hillerman. Anaya bless me ultimate, for occupation man is fist. Even Holly Holm and Johnny Tap for them fat lips. We pass them out like flattened decks at cards at Route 66. Casino where you cash a bet with Chile by the pound of flesh. Spit like I drank the worm and death and writing since the petroglyphs. They higher than the crescent, then stay downer than the valley. Making moves like later when we see a federale. Making moves like later when we see a federale. Got a real distaste for Cali, Baja, and Tex-Mex.
they don't like the weather, then wait about 30 seconds. Achirayo pilgrimage like the passing inside this pen. So much Sunday on the track, even Towson's humming to this.
Thank y'all. I'm proud of my poetic poems, and I'm from New Jersey originally. I've lived here 6 years, and I feel like people who aren't from here try really hard to be down, and then they write poems like that.
They're gonna let me get on the mic, so.
Go ahead, Diles. What's good, Diles?
Never seem to get enough, no matter how late I stay up. Goes back to all those tapes, transcends to these days. Still passionate, the vibe saturates. Wake up early and my mind calculates how long it's gonna take to get back and make a beat or write a rhyme on the grind. Use my feet, hand in mine. Never know what's next. It's the feeling when anticipation and anxiety mesh, and it burns deep down from my chest to my toes. This goes out to the cats at work, memorizing they flows. Catch your passion, keep at it, watch as it grows. My early 20s, I missed out on some fly honeys and some dope shows. But I chose to make tracks in the lab as my catalog grows. Bound to hit the road, take a fresh pick after each show. Crazy things in life slip. Stay ready for every breath that I get. Exhale, pass it on with every word and spit. And it's deep down. It's called passion. Yeah. And it's deep down. It's called passion. Yeah. And it's deep down. It's called passion. Yeah. And it's deep down inside. Wake up in the morning, got the yearning for birds. Lubricate my dog dreams and emancipating my words. Yeah, life is what they tell me, cause I ain't chasing girls. I'm in the glitter with the beat, I'm sipping on the scissor. I put my life into this music, cause it haven't you heard? Got a passion for the people, not just people with skirts. Don't get me wrong, I love to layer on my vinyl and my verses. Break the shoot across the bay, oral sex is superfluous. All the vocabulary is pleasure, keep it simple with the purpose. Ain't loving on these lyrics till my lips will leave me wordless. Ali, fire around the tent, post Parkinson's, his mama named the place, so that's what I'ma call him. I'm the cat that said these rappers, cause I storm so often. Collins is healing, dollars healing, gang star. If the microphone's my extra, you can call me a star. Steady tracking like an addict, I'm a studio aholic. Passion, and it's deep down. It's called passion, yeah. And it's deep down. It's called passion, yeah. And it's deep down. It's called passion, yeah. And it's deep down inside.
Diles on the MC too. We just put him in there. We like to just show you what he's got like, this is like Professor Xavier's School of Mutants.
Yes.
And me and this guy have like 2 powers, and he's got like 10 powers. So we just wanted to show that he can do this too, but he's letting us do this because he's a nice guy.
Come on now, give him a round of applause, Diles on the mic. You'll be seeing him again shortly. Here we go. So urban verbs, some of you are new in the room, some of you are old, but what you should really realize is that urban verbs is like hip-hoppers with 9-to-5s, right? MCs with children, real life 40 hours a week, and then we try and grind on a Tuesday night. For the rowdy crowd, make some noise. So that's what we do, this is who we are, and this poem tells you a little bit about who I am. I'm a school teacher, so believe it or not, yes, I'm a fucking school teacher. Tuesday night.
Except you don't say that.
Yes, well, sometimes I do. I'm a school teacher. Here we go. I'm not your typical teacher. I'm not your typical poet. For that matter, I'm not your typical man either. I'm simply something different than something like yourselves. I'm the awkward direction of these curved lines, and the limitation of these verbs. I'm a situation that's completely reliant on the comfort of words. I'm a hungry wolf in a flock of birds, sitting duck hard on another tune of differently strung piano keys. I'm the rib cage that holds the beast that beats inside of me. I'm the acid in the stomach that eats the line in between breakfast and a dinner that hasn't yet been bought. The weight of moving out of a house that doesn't feel like home. But I'm not your typical introvert. Coffee drinking, heart bleeding, wannabe Ginsburg or otherwise. I'm the collection of coins in my pockets. The massive cash and consciousness that I'm holding. Small town, wanna be big city kid, promoting anything art motivated. This life might not be much sometimes, but I made it. Like a grandma that grew up Great Depression heavy. A father bootstrap bleed green marine. A mama that ain't take no mess. I'm 3 times blessed. 1 time felony charged. Once heartbroken. Never late. Always early or right on time. Maybe better off defined not as a poem but a collection of lines. Undefinable. Heart and mic chords. Grit and business savvy. Tattooed respectability. Ingrained in me. Morals more than skin deep. I'm only as good as the knowledge that I speak. I'd rather not talk at you than speak. I'm all ears, all hearts, all thumbs and 2 left feet. I'm the clumsy one on the dance floor, the backwards dancing victory MC, but this is me. Early rising, with annoying amounts of energy, cigarettes, dirty jeans, and compassion. An answer to any question that you're asking, because I'll act like I know. Or we'll figure it out together. I'm alive. So ask me how I've been, I'll say I couldn't be better. Better off writing than speaking sometimes. Unless it's a time like this. I'm everything we wanted to say since we were kids. Bruised knuckles and a busted lip. I'm serving time on a different kind of bid. Life with the possibility of a point. Period. Lines and paragraphs. I'm the story without a line to follow. Stream consciousness into a river of doubt, but today I tread water because I'm not going to drown. I'm a head above water. With steady shoulder, steady holding. I'm a poker player that never saw use in folding. I'm all in. Today and tomorrow. Call me next week, you'll get the same answer. I'm the question you've been wanting to ask. The last shot in the dirty glass. The future, present, past of you, me, her, him, and them. This is a victory song for the empty pocket people, the happy hour heroes, and the magic single mother homemakers. Just as much for the staunch left as the far right, because I'm unaccusing and tone deaf, so let's all sing something until we're all out of breath. It'd be a song worth not forgetting. Somewhat of a moment to remember. But just in case you see me tomorrow, ask me the same question, you'll get the same answer, say, how you been? I'll say, I couldn't be better.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are you guys? So, we're done. but we have something for you to enjoy and send you home with. Because we knew we'd be physically and mentally exhausted at this point in the program. We'd be spent. We would have left it all on stage for you. So we said that we'd let technology do the end of this Urban Verbs piece. This actually is part of our program, part of our show. And in our show, it actually goes first. But this will give you a little bit more insight into who we are and why we thought it'd be cool to come out here and clown around in front of you guys on a Tuesday night, right out here at the Jazzbah. So,
yeah, round of applause for the Jazzbah.
Please make some noise for the Jazzbah. If you don't know, it's jazzbahhabq.com. Natalia, where you at? Natalia? There you are. What's the website, Natalia? What's the website? Jazzbahhabq.com. You need to give it up for Natalia because Natalia made the only reason people in like Antwerp and Belgium, people like in New Zealand are feeling us is that not feeling us but feeling the Jazzbah. Only reason they're feeling us is because she's the queen of social media and she makes sure that stuff happens on a routine basis. Like, you know. So thank you. We appreciate it. We appreciate it.
One time, 1680 PR in the house.
Again, we want to give it up for Don Putz. We want to give it up for Ken Lingad. We want to give it up for Danny, working the bar with his fabulous crew of staff. John down our sound, all of the servers, the cooks, the wait staff, the people who make a place like this keep the lights on. We want to thank you very much.
Give yourselves a round.
Last but not least, we want to thank all y'all for being here with us. Because we do this in Colin's studio all the time with nobody around. and make worse jokes than we make when we're on stage in front of people.
In my backyard. Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Urban Verbs, hip-hop conservatory and theater. The place where page meets stage, where life meets art, music and spoken word converge to create a beautiful piece.
It all started with an answer. An answer we still haven't been able to define without returning to the fact. We asked each other, how does a black kid from New Jersey, a brown kid from the barrio, and a white kid from the foothills who've known each other all 5 years come together to create an artistic reality that they feel like they've known each other their entire lives? Only so that they grew up in the same block. The answer is not hip-hop. Hip-hop is just the common denominator. The songs we remember from that summer, that prom, that loss. But that story, the fact that we all have a different that story, and maybe we all have a different set of songs for our soundtrack, but we all have a soundtrack. We all have a picture, a portrait, a painting. We all have a dance, good or bad at it. We all have a poem, a song, words we said, and words we did. Hip-hop only illuminates these relationships and connections for people from different sides of the wax. And once we connect, we are connected.
I guess the most genuine point I can come at from and why I do what I do is I do it for me. And that might sound selfish, but you gotta survive in this world to help others survive. And so I do it every day to figure out things in my life, and then maybe I can be more in a better place to help other people try to do the same.
Like anything in which you look at, like, you know. So, I mean, when people could come together around music, they can realize the differences are so different. You know, so I think that's what hip-hop does for people. People who engage in it. You know, we call ourselves the hip-hop generation, or people who engage in it. There's no biological position for being a part of hip-hop to be the hip-hop world. There's no genetic all behavior. To come out, express, you like it, and you plug into a new narrative, a new ethnicity, a new culture, whatever. Just plug into that, and that's how you live. And so for me, it's just really everything. The people I met, my friends, everyone I met, it's seen my life. I've seen people, I guess, I have friends that have overcome their speech impediment, that overcome your opinion of people that are doing so this shows about critical reflections and ambitious projections.
Urban Verbs, hip-hop conservatory and theater.
The show houses a piece of each city and houses the show. The show is a discussion. Where we may have the first word, but the audience certainly has it.
Go back.
My house is the only house I know of that doesn't have cell phone reception.
Oh, next up.